All right. So that it should be asking you to approve that it's gonna be live stream.
Yep, yep.
All right, cool. So yeah, so the way I see it, man, for the next 30 minutes, you tell me. I think the biggest thing is just so I can show you kind of how we're structured. I already have an idea on how we can flow in terms of working, coordinating together. But I wanted to make sure that it's space for you to shoot holes through and ask any questions you might have for the way we set up.
I got you.
So this logo here, I want to break this down because it really tells the story. We are really three different companies in one, and this logo breaks that down. The first one is that tier one with the person in the middle there, personal. So we legitimately want to see all 50 million Black people have that layer of support, whether it's, and we call it the 7-day living habits, where it's Sunday family day, Monday safety day, Tuesday education day, Wednesday is economic day, Thursday is health day, Friday is senior citizens, and Saturday is youth. So that's what that first circle is. That's personal, because if you're looking for a job, that's our Wednesday group that focuses on jobs. You're looking, some health stuff, that's our Thursday group. So just know that that's a separate focus of some of our people. They don't care about nothing else but this personal side.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the second circle is what we're known for, which is block by block. We use zip codes, making sure that we got this inventory done inside the various neighborhoods. We go by zip codes, though. And then the third one is the profession. So we literally have 108 different professions that we attach to the neighborhood so that we can make sure that we never, when we meet a person in the neighborhood, we can associate them to the profession that they're in. So that way they are more coordinated together. So
Right.
what you think about that, man?
Hold on one second.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I definitely get the idea. It's very very uniquely broke down. That's definitely great. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so so let me give you where this equates. So yeah, we you said you had is it the NAACP that you got?
That's one of them, yeah. One of our partners, yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So basically, within Cobra operates just as in the same likeness, right? For me, like I was telling you, last week, I'm not trying to operate in a capacity of just doing meetings, right? I'm trying to operate in the capacity of we're actually boots to the ground doing leg work in the community. Like I was looking at the different tiers and the brackets, what you sent me the other, with the uh, different I guess you say BW1
Oh
Wednesdays.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So that has apparel, beautician, chief, disc jockey, entertainers, farmers, restaurants, seamstress, travel agents. So I'm assuming this is like a network of
Let's
people.
let's go to that. Yeah, let me pull that one up. What you just said. That's
So yeah, I'm just making it's hinting at it, but I'll wait for you to get to that. Yeah.
where they are, right. So it might be here. Yep, that's where they at. Well, that's the specific one. Let's go out of that one. Let's go to the broader one. Okay. So this here is what you're speaking about.
Right.
The,
So that
the,
that narrates what for me I'm seeing as different programming. Correct that you guys have.
yeah, yeah, it's all encompassing. So it's inclusive of we try to anything that's on the block. So yeah.
So what does the actual grade, the Chicago 4 through K through 3, 4 through 6? What's that?
Yeah. So if we so you got this the one this the document you was talking about at first though, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let's come at it. I want to show you the 7 daily living habits first. So this So this is the anchor. This is the core values right here that tier 1 said personal. So you got every Sunday family day, every Monday safety day, every Tuesday education day. So what we just left from was the Tuesday people. Those were the education people. So you saw from kindergarten through 12th grade, you saw those leaders who managed that section of information and population. Then next on the other side, you saw the Blue Wednesday people. They were the ones dealing with the groups of businesses categorized by week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So this here is where it's coming from, though. This is the source because the way we're using the 7 days of each week to stay coordinated.
Gotcha.
So when we come out of this and go back to where we was at, you'll see how it lines right back up. So this here is the Tuesday people on the left, and these are the leaders that manages those grades of young people in Chicago, because it'll be different in Detroit, different people in Milwaukee, different people. So this is just the Chicago leaders here.
So wait, hold on. You got different people in different states?
Oh man, so I'm about to show you that. So let's come out of this one. If you saw that. So
Cobra in every state, you know what you telling me?
well, we got where the website go? We just had the website up. Oh, there it is back there. So this is the setup here. Every Chicago zip code. So I'm gonna go down here so we can see the red circle.
Mm-hmm.
There it is right there, red circle. So I'm gonna click on that. And today is our code is Yellow Tuesday, the 4th Tuesday. So I'm gonna go right here where it say YT4, because that's what today is. It's the 4th Tuesday of the month. And I'm gonna click on the Chicago circle. And so what this does, it tells you how we're set up. And today is our Austin day. And the Austin is linked to the lawyers. That's the profession. The neighborhood is South Austin. And then it shows you the rest of the city. So South Shore is every 4th Saturday, and they got all the marketers, whereas Austin got the lawyers, teachers, Chatham got all the detectives. So this is Chicago, 20 black zip codes, all bearing responsibility to be linked in with professions and talk to each other.
Wow.
Now watch this. That's the Chicago circle. This is the global circle. So it's still right here. So this is just today, the 4th Tuesday. It's still South Austin. It's still lawyers, but they are linked to St. Louis, Missouri. So they got to talk to St. Louis today. They link to Cote d'Ivoire and Africa. Every 4th Tuesday, Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast is on duty. And then they are responsible for the Afro-French. That's the French flag there. So every one of our zip codes got those responsibilities linked to them in Chicago.
This is so amazing. This is so amazing.
Man, it's past time because we've been struggling too long. We shouldn't. It's time for us to do for self and get the repair.
You know what in Branding Up in Cobra is, right? You know that this is, creating, for me to create this, I have, this is a new legacy, ushering in a new era, right? At the focal point right now is about getting numbers, right? I don't need to do membership until, 3 months into this, right? So even to say least, but I need to have people on paper saying that they're going to be committed, dedicated to this. If we get hundreds of people on there, that's more of more of a voice for them to actually stand up and acknowledge and say, hey, Brother Jordan actually has, a very good group base already here. Now, if we say we have, we're also setting up here in different cities, then yeah, that's different. That's also a different idea as well, that we say, hey, we got representative here, we got representative here, and each sector of the actual state as well. But even to say the least, again, that's still structure as we go along within the next 6 months. For me right now, I've already submitted that letter of intent that I sent to you. So from right now, they're looking for me to send the number of actual committed members to them. So if we're saying we're going to have 100 members sign up, just those 100 members would actually just have to have their name, their address, and a telephone number all on one sheet, and I would send that over, right? Then when that comes down to it, we actually are, only just having a satellite idea at the moment. We're probably gonna have one satellite meeting a month until we're structured, sound and a logical certified chapter within 6 months. The national has the actual has 6 months to actually, respond. The local chapter has less than 5 members. I was naturally a part of the last local chapter, and they have not grown at all. In the 2 or 3 years I was there, this is much more of a grand scale for me. My brother, I was sitting with Sister Wanda. She plugged me into the Garfield community.
Oh yeah.
I've been
with Yvette, with Levette.
Yes. So that's been exciting. That's been awesome. Here in the last couple of weeks, we just went through a city tour of all the actual nurseries that actually are part of the Garfield Community Conservatory. They were very nice, very welcoming, very interjected. I would want to see more of these parks, or I'm sorry, more of these. If we could get hold of land banks to actually be able to make more community gardens like these all around the city, right? That would be an awesome idea. And every year they do a tour for them, for the people. So not just for Garfield Park, I would want to see that expand through, a lot of the other parks throughout the city.
Right.
Therefore,
so one of the big takeaways I want to make sure that I express to you, the way we are organized is different. And so our partners just need to know how we're structured so they can set the expectations accordingly. Right. So we, a long time ago, recognized that people say one thing, unfortunately, and sometimes the capacity isn't there. Mm-hmm. Say, I can meet every month. And out of the 12 months, they met 3 times. All right. So we've been going through that for 30 years. And so the key now is we only expect people to keep their word twice a year.
Oh, yeah.
And that's called the broken clock idea. So every 6 months is when we hope that you can keep your word. And it's based on your last name. So when you look at this, if you, the alphabets is the last names on the bottom part. You see A through E on the left, F through K a little bit to the right of that. You see those, it's in real gray font, so you can barely see it.
Right. I got
you. So every person that we meet, once they tell us their last name, we know what 2 months out the year, which is 6 months apart, that we hope that they can keep their word. And so this month, and so A through E last name people, Davis's, Carlton's, it's January, and 6 months later, July. Yeah, that's it. So if they do extra duty, so be it. But as long as they can keep that January and July commitment to their neighborhood, that's fine. And then February and August is the next one, F through K's. And that's where we at now. So right now, if you told me you needed 100 people, we're only going to go to those F through K people so that we can honor the system and not have people saying, well, it ain't my turn. Why you bugging me now? So I just want to make sure you knew that. So you would know.
So that means... So basically, it's every other month, basically, or every other week, basically, you would actually sign up a different number of people.
No, it's every 6 months.
Every 6
months. Twice a year. Yeah, it's twice a year.
Okay, so that's just a letter. So what do you mean by the letter of the person? That's just
their last name. Yeah. So these groups of last names, F through K, is every February, and 6 months later, August, they turn to perform.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Yep. And so next, starting September 1st, is going to be all the L through O last names. So all the Lindsays, the Merles, the Moores, that's their turn. And we won't bug them again until March of next year.
Got you. Okay.
Yep. So this covers the whole forever because it's January through December. But
basically, we'll be continuously putting people onto the program. It's just that you have a certain bracket of ones that you're focused on, and then you move on to the next one after.
Well, the ones you can count on, like right. That's what I'm saying. So, like when it's your turn, because it ain't but twice a year, we hope you will be committed, because that's the key. We can give you 100 people, and then you're here. I got to do this. I got to do that. I'm not a bad. I'm not. No, this is you've been waiting 6 months, so we hope that no matter what, you put your whole family on notice that this is my time to serve. So we did this so that we can have some guaranteed audiences.
I got you. I'm with that. I definitely got you.
Yeah. So and that's what I told our sister with her network. because once you got the names, and then when you start emailing and you're keeping them in contact, unless they ask for that, what ends up happening is it become desensitized and they tune you out because they got a lot of stuff going on. And
Right.
so it's important to honor the,
I get
you
it.
know,
This
yeah.
is
So
black direction. I get it. I already know.
so
People will fall off by the wayside. I got you.
now reparations is a part of, though. Let me close this one out. So on our agenda, we do a summit, and the summit is every last Saturday of the month. So we just finished it just last weekend.
Every
So I'm
last.
gonna start. Yeah, the fourth. It's the fourth one. We got 5 Saturdays this month, but it's really the fourth Saturday of each month. So this here is
Hold that at.
huh?
Where's that
It
held?
rotates. Yeah, it's on tour. So every month it rotates to a different part of Chicago. This month we're on tour in Marquette Park. So that's where the actual meeting was at, in Marquette Park too. And definitely a representative on reparations should be there, because that's on the agenda. Trying to pull it up here. That's on the agenda every fourth Saturday. How we going? How we looking with that effort?
Yeah. So our focus, our goals are basically surrounding, getting into educating people on reparations, right? That's NCOBRA's main focus and goal.
Right.
For to operate, at the capacity of 501c3 and actually operate and do businesses, they don't care about that, right? They don't care that as long as I'm actually doing the needed, necessary work when it comes to being able to, educate people and continue to educate people in our communities and our schools about reparations, right? And giving them, the 5 injuries of harm, providing them with the, insight of actual history, recordings, so to speak, brief history, synopsis about how, we got to this point and where we're at, moving forward. And then actually getting people involved, not to say the least to go march. I don't want to do that. I'm wholeheartedly against marching, organizing the march, being able to actually, no, let's do a barbecue, let's do a cookout, let's do something that's more of a constructive idea that says, hey, we're actually representing this, and let it be stationary, right? So that, the voice could be heard where it's at, right? And so, that comes in bringing in different speakers, different nonprofit organizations that actually are, mirroring or, emulating the same backdrop for reparations. I see you. Go ahead.
So the summit for July, but it's the same format. And so the accountability part, where I say policy and legal accountability, that's the section where we talk about reparations right there. And so that's normally 4 o'clock, between 4 and 4:20 and 4:30. And so now we're going to be partnering together. That'll be the key as we go through our database of the 20 zip codes and see who wants to be a part of the reparations. Whoever say yay on our side, now they'll take the burden of representing between the 4:20 and 4:30 time frame at the summits every month.
Gotcha.
And then, of course, your network of people too. So just making sure, because what this does, it allows all our people to know that they can plug in too. And of course, we don't gatekeep. So if someone want to jump in and they okay with doing extra duty, hey, so more power to you.
Right.
Good. So yeah, so that kind of frames it. Just so you know, what's your thoughts?
I'm definitely all for it. My brother, I can move right along with it. It's not a big old rush. At the moment, like I said, it's about getting the number to the national that actually gets noticed. Basically, we got to get noticed, right? And for me, at the moment, like I said, I'm slowly progressing with the Garfield Park, but this is right now in real time. We can get it done. I can send that off in less than a couple of weeks to them. Even if I even say at least the network still grows right behind it. Right now we have at least over 100 people that I can say, hey, these are the people that's actually committed to Illinois NCOBRA action empowerment and action chapter. And so
I think you probably ideally would just have 3 points, if you will, so that it'll be some real quick read, so they'll know what they, kind of what the 3 key objectives is. Once a month meeting, twice a year meeting, whatever. So that way they'll know what they're saying yay to right away without reading a lot.
I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna put something together for that. So just to touch on, so 3 points, and provide I would say organizational.
Uh-oh, you went out.
I hear you.
No, you had went out. You said provide 3.
Some organizational system. I would say that's
Okay.
That's where I'm at with it at the moment.
Now, so we good, man, because like you say, the biggest thing was that because most people, they see the network, they think, oh, we got all these people. We do, but all these people is all over the place. So it's not as you guaranteed this audience, like, a church where you got your 80 members every Sunday.
No,
that ain't how we structure.
Yeah, because see that definitely gives more pause. Even though you have it structured in that way, it still gives me okay. Well, if I had a meeting in that time for them, however many people from O or from F to to Z, whatever it may be, right? That structure at time. Okay,
there you go.
I can play day for all of them that's actually going to be on hand. You know what I'm saying? I can rotate out. That's
there you go.
Focused on for that. So yeah, it works out. My brother. To say the least, even to say the least, the network that I have with Garfield Park is definitely not as large as this here. What you got, and this is all over the city. This is what I needed. I needed that collective idea to say, oh, we got people spread all over the state. And that's what they actually, would definitely gear towards more of, oh, let's help Chicago grow. Because at the end of the day, I know what reparations could do in the city. I know what reparations could look like for us in the state. And we not doing it. Like I said, I just left this other board. I was a treasurer. I was slated to be sitting as co-chair. And the 2 co-chairs, actually got, the secretary retired at the beginning of the year. And then it just left us 3. So, them 2 pitted against me just to actually try to file a grievance with the rest of the chapter. And they brought in they new team members and, they knew little, clique of people and, they voted me off the board. So I didn't have the backing of the old members to stay on the board, but, to say the least, I was given by the Midwest Regional to go ahead and start my own coalition. So,
well, I tried the beauty with our network. We work with all people as long as you ain't doing nothing to hurt our people. And so, because some of the people may be a part of this zip code structure, we don't know. But you as a brother got a vision. It's positive. It's constructive for our people. So we roll with that, and that's across the board. So we don't pick sides unless you're hurting our people. That's different.
Oh no. No intention of doing any of that. I want our people to see an actual stipend. My members that we have, I want to set them up in credit unions to actually have a credit union account, right? A black credit union account, black bank account. Get them some credit union money. This is all part of my structured plan. My members that come on, you give me 200 members. When them 200 members sign up and they pay their membership fee, that's going straight to a bank account that says it got their name, giving them a lot of credit for, being part of our organization, right? Giving them a CD or something and entrusted to actually build their future. And every time they pay their dues, hey, guess where that's going to? You see what I'm saying?
You got Southside Federal Credit Union. What credit union you go? Black Hawk.
It's funny you said that, but I do. Yes, I definitely.
Okay.
And that gentleman is really awesome. He's really actually adamant about doing that with me. We out, our past and Cobra company. Our current in Cobra chapter has a bank account with them. So even to say the least, I'm in good standings to go ahead and actually, move in that direction.
Yeah, brother Greg Brown. That's our brother there. So that's excellent.
Yes, it is. Yes, Greg Brown is definitely the awesome dude.
So we good, man. Like I say, it's recorded, so I'm gonna make sure our key leaders see this so they can get ready, and we go keep doing what we do. Now, our funding is $1 a month, $20 a year. That's how we finance what we do. It's been like that for 30 years. So we hope to line you up in that, electronic, so that way it's consistent and we can just count on it and keep moving forward.
I'll send you the $40 tomorrow.
You said 40, it's $1.
$1, yeah. You said for the rest of the year though, it's $40 for the year.
No, $1, it's $12 a year. That's what I'm saying. It's $1 a month.
Yeah, I got you. No problem.
Yeah, no, it's when we got 46 million black people doing $1 a month. That's powerful, man.
Wow, $46 million a year.
No, a month. That's a month. It's $1 a month.
If it's a month, okay, yeah, I got. Woo.
Yeah, so and we gonna be able to self-finance all our superstars doing what they do. So that's the dream, man. I appreciate you, brother Jordan.
I appreciate you more, my brother. I got something to report back to the other guys that's actually on the board with me. I know I would definitely know that we have to take an election. I have to sit as co-chair for the first 2 years. We have to create bylaws. And so even to say the least, after the bylaws are created, then the election would take place after the second year. And then whoever sits as co-chair, co-chairwoman, secretary, treasurer, and membership coordinator, that's actually the elected board of directors. Outside of that, there's also a community organization board, more or less. So that'll be more where I actually would tune in, having a district idea. We have a Midwest coordinated district. We got an actual, not Midwest, I should say North, South, East, and West district of Illinois. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm looking for. So those would be planning committees for those different those different territories. So there's a lot.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, so there's a lot of structure for it that could be actually outlined. But like I said, we all in the planning stages. If I get them names and numbers of the people that's actually going to be committed, along with their email, I can move all that to actual down to the national, and that'll complete my my letter of intent. So at the moment, I have to have 5 or more, but it'd be great to have over 200 people just to actually say, hey, this is what they're pledging, to actually be a part of at the moment. And this is a lot of people in Illinois. So yeah, I definitely get it. And I would love to, I can't wait to see the energy that's put in it from the people. And so, yeah, again, like I said, it has to be having bylaws to be created. And we have a 6-month time span before, that even actually is established. So we're in the right direction for it. I appreciate you a lot. Like I said, and I look forward.
All right, my brother, we gonna do like Nike. We just go do it.
You got it.
All right, we're wrapped.
Yes, sir.